And no politician is talking about this.
Well, they're afraid of causing panic.
Is this radiation strong enough to kill a human being?
There's large areas of the Pacific that are essentially dead zones with nothing in it.
You mentioned this could tie into end-time prophecy. Everybody, David here. I'm with Dr. Jan. Dr. Jan, question. Fukushima, the meltdown of the nuclear plant in Japan many years ago, it's come to the West Coast. 2011. Is there any need for alarm? Is there any radiation going on?
Well, several things happened with Fukushima. What a lot of people don't understand, Dave, is that when Fukushima went off or blew up or whatever you can call it, it is spewing radiation all across the western United States. All right, and
even now,
right now. In fact, the background radiation levels of cesium-137 are so high. If this was Diablo nuclear power plant outside of San Francisco, emitting this much radiation, we'd be evacuating San Francisco.
Now, hang on one second. Did you just tell me that if this was happening in San Francisco, giving out this much radiation,
we'd be evacuating San Francisco?
We'd be evacuating.
Now here's what happened, Dave. And the NR Nuclear Regulatory Commission and the government made a decision, and I understand why they did. I'm not sure I agree with them, but here's what happened, Dave. They did two things. First of all, we can't evacuate the west coast of you can't evacuate the whole west coast of U.S. and Canada. So what they did is they did two things. Number one, they raised the allowable limits of cesium-137, all right, so they wouldn't cause panic. And the second thing they did is they stopped reporting the levels, background radiation levels. But the background radiation levels across the whole west coast and into the Pacific are serious, all right? And it's affecting the population of the West Coast.
Can the radiation, is it harmful?
Yes.
Is it harming people right now?
Yes, it is. Yes.
What's going to be the ramifications in, first of all, how many years? 5 years?
Well, we don't really know.
Are they going to grow extra heads or noses?
One of the things that's happening is there's more, in fact, for probably in health points of view, we have a lot of thyroid issues and a lot of other issues, that are affecting those things. All right. Number two is all these fish are dying in the Pacific Ocean. In fact, there's large areas of the Pacific that are essentially dead zones with nothing in it. All right?
Really?
Yes, from what I understand.
Wow.
And in fact, there are some people who are looking at this as from a prophetic insight. There's some things in the scripture that talk about that. But we know that the radiation, Fukushima is to this day spewing literally, I don't know, but massive amounts of radiation as we speak into the ocean right now.
And no politician is talking about this.
Well, they're afraid of causing panic. If people knew, what can you do about it? You're not going to move, all right? Now, there are a few things we do for our patients, but there's nothing you can do about it. Anyway, I mean, from the basic issue is there's so much radiation in a lot of the fish and a lot of in the Pacific Ocean. There's literally what they describe as dead zones.
Is this radiation strong enough to kill a human being over a period of time?
Well, I don't know.
Or cause diseases?
Yes, it can cause problems, yes.
Like cancer?
Well, down the road, yes. All sorts of things like that.
Okay. And how far inland would a person have to move from the shore of, say, California? How many miles inland?
I don't know the answer to that. But from what I understand, all right, that's maybe a better way to say it. And I'm not sure this is how accurate this is, but from what I understand, the mountain ranges along the Sierra Nevadas essentially changed those. Most of it precipitates or falls to earth before the Sierras.
Okay, so
now, I don't know how true that is. That's what I understand, but I'm not really an expert in that area.
So even if you go to Phoenix, is it gone as far as Phoenix, you think? Maybe. But definitely this side of Phoenix. So let's say where we are here, like Los Angeles, Seattle, Vancouver, Canada, Oregon,
Portland, all these places are just bathed in this radiation, this cesium-137.
Do most doctors know about this?
Yes.
And they don't say anything.
Well, what
good
all,
would it do?
Yeah, what good will it do? All right. Now, there's a few things we do at the practice that are a little bit different, and probably this came. We use a lot of iodide.
Okay. Yeah.
And where this came from, the cancer rates in Japan are going through the roof. All right.
Because of Fukushima.
Because of Fukushima. I
Wow.
mean, it's terrible. All right.
Okay.
It's a big. They're trying to keep the news down. They don't want to scare people, but
Right.
the cancer rates are going through the roof in Japan. All right. Well, what happened? This was published about 4 years ago. What happened, Dave, is they found out there's 3 counties just south connecting to Fukushima, bathed in all this radiation with 0 incidence of breast, ovarian, endometrial cancer. They said, why? The rest of the country is going crazy. Why? You know what I mean?
Yeah, why?
Well, yeah, exactly. All right. So what they found out is that the cancer rates are going up. All right. Well, these people live on the coast. They live on seaweed and kelp. They take 18 milligrams of iodine a day.
Wow.
So what they published, when they studied this, what they published is if you take more than 12 milligrams of iodine a day, it becomes apoptotic and kills breast, ovarian, and endometrial cancer cells.
Wow.
All right, now you can buy it over the counter, you know.
Yeah. Is it dangerous to take iodine?
If you should talk to your doctor first, but make it real simple. As long as you don't have an acute thyroiditis or inflammatory process of the thyroid or Hashimoto's or something like that, it's actually very safe.
And how many milligrams a day?
Well, we give for our men, we give 6.25. For our women, we give 12.5 milligrams.
And are you saying possibly that if someone already has the cancer, this iodine could maybe go in and...
We don't know, Dave. We don't know. Okay? We don't. I can't say, here's what's important. I can't say that we treat breast cancer with iodine. Okay? We're not there yet, okay? Yeah. And I don't think that's actually true. But we know that it may lower that incidence a bit. And number 2, iodine is protective of thyroid metabolism and does a whole bunch of other neat things in the body for keeping a person healthy. So because of that, we give our patients iodine. All our women get 12.5 milligrams of iodine. I can't say they won't get breast cancer.
Right.
But what I can tell you is we have research that says it has lowered that incidence. And I like things that are cheap, safe, very little downside, tremendous upside. You know my mantra kind of thing.
Absolutely. My last question, you mentioned this could tie into end-time prophecy. In what way could this tie in?
Where the oceans become dead.
Wow.
All right. Now, we don't know this. I don't know. I'm not the expert on that area, but there are people that are definitely looking at this as a possible fulfillment of some prophetic things where the ocean becomes dead.
Wow. Because there are parts of the ocean that fish are dying.
Yes, there's vast areas, apparently, from what I understand, of the Pacific Ocean that are dead zones. There's nothing there.
Because, and let me tag on to that. I asked you, I said, why aren't people talking about this? Why doesn't, and I know you say because they want to create panic, but and I know it's got to be a spiritual thing. For this thing to be so hush-hush and no one talking about it, it's got to be spiritual.
It's interesting. This is years ago now, but one of my employees had a son in San Francisco, and they were going to report this story. And the NRC, I believe it was NRC, and police came, and they actually confiscated their equipment and wouldn't let them report this.
No.
To me, it's oh my gosh kind of thing,
Okay.
But and the reasoning is they just are afraid that. I mean, you can't do anything about it. I mean, you're not going to all move. But I think thyroid is probably iodine is a good choice to do, but that's not the answer to all of this. Do you follow what I'm saying?
No, I understand. And the answer is not hush hush, not telling people. People have to know the truth,
I think there's here's how I look at it, Dave. I suspect that this is going to tie in with end-time events and end-time prophecy somehow.
Yeah.
How, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
No, all right? But I strongly suspect.
I do.
There's something going on here. And this is not a little thing. This is a major, country after country. It's continental, oceans messes, all right?
Yeah.
Somehow I suspect it's going to tie into last day events. I'm not sure how, no. And do I understand how? No, I don't.
Yeah.
But it's too big a thing. And there's things in the scripture that talk about the oceans like this. I just wonder if it's a sign that we're missing.
Yeah.
That's maybe the best way to say it.
All right. Dr. Jan, thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
God bless you. And God bless you guys.
Welcome to the last Evangelist crowdfunding campaign. I'm so happy to have you take this journey with me. I'm going to play a character named John Rhodes. And I'm an FBI agent. My job is to bust underground churches. That's right, the churches have now married the government. You have the one world government married to the one world religious system. And so you either have the government church or the underground church. My job is to bust the underground church. I go in, I seek them out, I arrest them, and I find out where the next one is. Until one night, I meet God. So with the Bible in one hand and a gun in the other, I set out to find the Antichrist. I deal with cashless society, mark of the beast, and what's happening according to Matthew 24 in the book of Revelation, the end times. Also, too, I really want this TV series to spawn heroes. I want to play a hero to the kids. Kids really need good role models these days, and I feel like with The Last Evangelist, we could fulfill that need. Now, people ask me, okay, David, fine, you're going to shoot it. Where's it going to come out? Well, guess what? We have worldwide distribution through ROKU, Amazon, and other platforms. We have David Heavener TV, davidheavener.tv, where you'll be able to watch it exclusively, and who knows, you may be able to watch it other places too once it kicks off and becomes very successful. So I want to thank you for being involved. I appreciate this time that you spent with me. I want you to hit that button. Thank you, and God bless you.